Welcome to the Silicon Valley Capitalist channel, where we connect you with the ideas and resources that can help you improve your life. Digital nomading has been growing in popularity. Traveling the world while earning income has been possible for decades now, and yet it's only been in the past 10 years that the digital nomading movement has really grown in popularity. During the 2010s, a confluence of more widespread high-speed internet access and technological innovation gave rise to the digital nomading movement. Now, the global pandemic has simply accelerated the trend that was already about to grow exponentially in the 2020s. When I first heard about digital nomading in 2013, most people simply had no idea of what that even meant. Nowadays, the group of existing nomads is larger than ever, and would-be nomads are increasingly aware of the benefits of adopting the lifestyle. So let's get right to it. The first benefit is cost of living arbitrage. Basically, this means that it's possible to keep your income at the same level, but enjoy a much higher standard of living by moving from a high-cost city or country to a low-cost one. For example, someone living in New York City making $4,000 per month might have to forego having their own apartment, owning a car, or investing for the future in order to make ends meet. However, in a city like Cali, Colombia, a monthly salary of less than $2,000 would afford you the same lifestyle as over $8,000 per month in New York City. That's twice the living standard at half the price. Another benefit to adopting a digital nomading lifestyle is the ability to gain new perspectives, meet new people, connect with new cities, and enjoy the world's cultures. It's hard to put an exact value on seeing what life is like in different places from our, home city or country, but for those who seek discovery and new experiences, digital nomading is a great way to check out amazing cuisines, historical and cultural landmarks, and different ways of thinking and appreciating life. Those who seek freedom and independence from one location are also great candidates to become digital nomads. Digital nomads have the unique opportunity to connect people, businesses, and ideas in different places. These benefits tend to appeal to a certain type of person. And it's not for everybody, but for those people who connect with these benefits, the digital nomading lifestyle is more possible now than ever before. However, like many good ideas, several challenges typically hold would-be digital nomads back from adopting a location-independent lifestyle. Chief among these is lacking the ability to finance their life and travels adequately, lacking the right behavioral traits, and not having honed the necessary skill set. I've condensed the requirements to overcome these challenges into 3 main categories and compiled some resources to help you. Firstly, you must be able to finance the lifestyle over a sustained period. Despite the relatively low cost, especially in certain markets like Southeast Asia, South America, Eastern Europe, and India, it's a good idea to have an emergency fund, as well as a buffer in one's budget, especially for digital nomad newbies. I recommend budgeting roughly 100% more than you plan on spending, as well as maintaining a $10,000 emergency fund in order to help avoid being stuck or trapped in a foreign country, which unfortunately has definitely happened. The good news in terms of financing the lifestyle is that there isn't one set path. There are many viable options and different tiers of living standards depending on the income that you generate for yourself. One common pathway is the remote job. Remote jobs, increasingly common in the aftermath of the global pandemic, offer predictable income in high-skill and even relatively low-skill professions. Common high-skill remote jobs include front-end and back-end software development, design, marketing, and data analysis. Common lower-skill remote jobs include writer, English teacher, virtual assistant, customer support rep, and recruiter. Certain remote jobs require you to be in the same time zone as the home office or clients. This makes Latin America a perfect setting for digital nomads working in the US and Canadian markets. However, Certain remote jobs require you to be in the same time zone as the home office or clients. This makes Latin America a perfect setting for digital nomads working in the US and Canadian markets. However, some English language teaching jobs that can be carried out remotely do require you to live in a specific time zone, such as one that overlaps with East Asia, etc. Another important consideration for remote workers is making sure that the internet speed and reliability will be sufficient in your target city. Digital entrepreneurship offers another, albeit possibly more challenging pathway to financing the nomadic lifestyle. While digital entrepreneurship is one of the most coveted strategies to becoming a digital nomad, it's also much more competitive, and there isn't a set path that anyone can easily follow to be successful taking that route. However, for those that either stumble into a successful online business or work their way to that point over time, the ability to travel can allow them to find more clients in new places, more potential labor, and take advantage of not paying for expensive office space in high-cost markets. While successful solopreneurs may enjoy large profits and a luxurious lifestyle, the profitability of any small business is less predictable and less stable than a typical remote job. Because of this, I recommend an even higher buffer for a budding digital entrepreneur's budget and a larger emergency fund. For those determined to pursue the digital entrepreneurship pathway who lack an existing business or client base, I recommend checking out some of the resources in the description below. Many remote jobs can also be turned into freelance consulting businesses. For example, copywriters can become bloggers, video editors can start their own YouTube channels, digital marketers can get their own clients, and software developers can make their own apps. A third option exists to finance the digital nomading lifestyle, which is early retirement. Now, early retirement has gained widespread popularity due to the emergence of the FIRE movement. FIRE, standing for Financial Independence Retire Early, is simply the notion that given a high enough income and rate of savings, it's possible to invest wisely, reduce one's expenditures, and not necessarily retire, but be free from the burden of being chained to a 9-to-5 desk job or a specific location. This topic is quite vast, and we'll be covering it more in depth in future videos, but we'll cover the basics here. The crux of FIRE, or simply attaining the digital nomad lifestyle as an investor, is reaching escape velocity. Escape velocity basically is achieved when the cash flow from your investments, which is like your lift, exceeds your expenses, which are like your drag. So essentially you're building momentum by acquiring assets, whether those be dividend stocks, growth stocks, real estate, or other investments. Eventually those assets produce enough stable cash flow and returns to live off of. A simple rule of thumb is that you can spend about 4% of your net worth every year and never run out of money, assuming that your net worth increases at an average of 4% per year. If one were to choose a destination city with a very low cost of living, it's theoretically possible to retire on as little as $250,000. Obviously, for those wanting to travel more between cities or live in a higher cost city, they'll need more money, and it's imperative that one handles their investments strategically, which again, we'll be going over in another video. Saving and investing toward FIRE as a couple adds synergies in terms of costs, savings, and expenses, and can be a great way to reach escape velocity sooner. The second category of requirements for digital nomading includes the behavioral traits conducive to enjoying the lifestyle. It's worth noting, in my opinion, that not everybody is going to be well suited to traveling regularly or living in foreign countries, or exploring and thriving in new cities, and that's okay. So go ahead and ask yourself, why is it that I want to be a digital nomad? Is it because you want to be on a perpetual vacation? Is it because you want to meet different people? For those seeking the vacation type life, I can tell you that's a very dangerous way to think. unless you already have a large amount of money invested or earn a high income via entrepreneurship or a remote job. While a higher living standard and possibly a more luxurious lifestyle is theoretically possible through cost of living arbitrage, many digital nomads pursue their lifestyle for the sake of exploration and discovery. As a result, individuals who happen to be higher in openness, adaptability, and in general are growth mindset oriented will generally be more suited to digital nomading. It's important to remember that many popular destination cities are well outside of the first world, so individuals with very particular requirements who lack flexibility or have an expectation that things around them will function in exactly the way they're used to may have trouble. While there are many types of nomads, they tend to be self-starters, independently minded, and broadly open to experience. The third category of requirements for digital nomading includes the skills necessary to conduct oneself effectively abroad. Don't expect the digital nomading lifestyle to be easier than life in your home city. It can certainly be more rewarding, but you'll need a certain degree of organizational skill, technological savvy, language skills, and people skills, in addition to the skill that you'll use to generate income for yourself. Additionally, personal financial management is an absolute must-have skill, perhaps the most important of all of them, given the importance of maintaining your liquidity when you're overseas and far from home and family. One important consideration for your skills is if you have a travel buddy, whether that be a friend or a significant other, you'll likely have complementary skill sets that can make the challenges of digital nomading easier to tackle. In order to help you get started, we've compiled a list of resources which is available in the description below. It's important to understand what's available to help you connect with the right social networks, find the right job opportunities, improve your entrepreneurship skills, and understand the tools, software, and services available to help you with everything from travel insurance to budgeting. A great place to start off that will help generate some excitement for your coming journey is NomadList, which provides a lot of information including cost of living estimates for hundreds of potential destination cities. I also recommend checking out some Facebook groups for digital nomads like Digital Nomads Around the World, as well as the Digital Nomad subreddit and any localized digital nomad group for your area or destination. For remote jobs and gig type jobs, there are many options, including remote.co, FlexJobs, Fiverr, and Upwork. There are many great remote jobs on NomadList as well that will cover your cost of living based on the city that you're targeting. For those of you looking to get a start on digital entrepreneurship, I recommend taking a look at YouTube channels like Gillian Perkins, Dreamcloud, and Flexxable. In terms of managing your finances and investments from overseas, I recommend Robinhood, Coinbase, and Personal Capital. Additionally, I recommend Nomad Capitalist for legal help, NerdWallet for finding financial services and products that are right for you, and a variety of automated investment tools and crowdfunding resources that we'll list in the description below. Thanks for watching, and please consider subscribing if you'd like more of the content we produce.